Yeah, what's good, K-Lo-K? It's your boy McFly, always 3 times fly, presenting Sit Your Podcast Down, the one, the only podcast that matters. Episode 1, it's going down right now. Let's get it. Wow, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good? You guys are on a roll, so I didn't want to interrupt.
Nah, you gotta get in.
I don't need no more J fans in here anyway. So
You got.
Just for the record, you way off, G. Nas.
G. I'm
not
like
hearing it
because I'm a Nas guy. You talking to be guys who don't hate Nas.
Reek is a Nas guy at heart. He is.
I'm listening for something different. That's all.
I'm a J guy first, but I mess with Nas.
And that nigga is 10th overall. If I got to say, I'm not backing off that. I'm sorry. Like I can name 10 dudes that I would rather hear. I give y'all 9. I'm putting him at 10. I think it's still forced, but I can name 9 guys I'd rather hear over him. I'm sorry. As far as
one day, I'm gonna give you my real list. One day.
If Nas is number 2 or 3 on it, I don't want to hear it.
One day, y'all probably gonna kill me over my real list.
I mean, I now want to hear it because now I'm like I really feel like I need to hear this list.
I've heard some ridiculous lists.
Nah, I can't do my real list right now.
Yeah, we can wait on it.
We can wait on that one. I gotta build my case because I can't just say things around y'all. I gotta build my case for why they my list now.
I'm gonna say right now, I already don't agree with your list. Just right now, before you even say it, I don't agree. So go get your talking points because I don't agree.
I got a list of stuff I prefer to hear. Then I got a list of like would be probably more standard to what y'all feel.
I want your real list. I don't want your public list. I want your real list. But I'm saying right now, I disagree.
But I can acknowledge.
People be mad at my real list because Eminem ain't on it.
Right, Eminem's not on my real list either.
Like, but how long is the list?
If we doing a 10, Eminem ain't on mine.
He not top 10?
No. Him, Wayne ain't out of my top 10.
Wayne I'm not mad about, but because
Eminem and Wayne are similar to me because they just rap. Even though Eminem got some songs where he has deeper content, but when you listen to most of his music, just because you can rap doesn't mean, his music,
okay.
He does nothing for me.
Let me ask you this. Is DMX in your top 10?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because if you're going, and there's a reason why I asked that, because if you're talking about, okay, lyrical content isn't enough, like just randomly rapping, I'm like DMX is another that tells stories. So like if he ain't in your top 10, I'd have a problem.
Yeah, DMX.
If he in your top 10 and M's not, all right, that's fine. If you just say he ain't, I'd have been like, this is awful. But all right, that's fine.
M is in the 10 for me, but not in the 5.
That's fine. I think he may be tail end top 10, like 7, 8, 9, but he should be top 10 in my mind. But again, it's preference though. So that's fair.
All right, so should we get into whatever everybody else talked about on Black Twitter to death?
Oh, no. Okay.
How can
she do that?
My boy?
How did she?
Crying face?
Yo, look at my man's face.
Yeah, he was
look
sick.
Look at my man's face. Look at his face.
Yo, I could tell, like, he was hot. Like, that whole interview, like, whatever, like, he was hot. He was mad that he had to actually be there.
He was trying to be cool, but like
he kept on like laughing it off. But he was.
When you catch like a visual, and he just he about to cry. I was like, why did she do that? That's the Fresh Prince. How she do that to my man?
And the thing is, like, it was the story. Everything is much more simpler than people try to make it. Because all you've been seeing is just arguments about. Well, if it was reversed and Will did that to a girl and blah 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 blah, it's like, dude, okay, look, they were separated. I've been on. I done told people. But I tell you, like I done said, Will and Jada haven't been together in years. Like they've been separated,
and they confirm that.
Right, they haven't been together in years. Like I don't understand why people thought like the way they were moving, like they haven't been together. So Will was done with her, like going by her side of the story. She like I don't know, like most people. Huh?
He was big done with her. They said it like 7 times.
He was sitting there thinking,
I was
we might not.
ass.
I might. He even said, like, I'm not sure if I was even going to talk to you again.
I thought it was over forever.
Like,
we was done.
done.
I was like, damn, son.
Right. So if you're Jada, like I don't know, like it's like dudes, like I think the dudes complaining the most are the dudes that didn't get girls. Like you never dealt with a girl that off a breakup, or you didn't know that she was coming off a breakup. And like they're in a different emotional state. Then you got August, who's already in an emotional state, and then it's just disaster for the relationship. And Will, I think Will knew it, and Will was basically giving her a warning. But I don't think people thinking that Will shut it down and all that stuff. I don't think so because Jada's hard-headed. August and Jada, I had to study this because of our nonprofit. So I studied narcissism because most of the kids in this generation are narcissists. So, so coming into some of the stuff that I learned, Jada and August Alsina did give off a lot of narcissist vibes. So Jada wasn't going to listen no way. So everything just ended up happening the way it was. They broke up. He gets hurt. Will and Jada somewhat reconcile their relationship. And then it goes from there. But you got a bunch of woke Twitter. She's a predator, and he's this and he's that. Like, look, I don't know what 24, 25-year-old man is not going to take the chance to bang Jada Pinkett if you got it.
Like, but my my one thing. Okay, here's my one thing though. Like, okay, if it was me. Yeah, because who the fuck am I? But August, he's pulling pretty legit, I would say, IG model status. You want Jada? If you August Alsina, you got features with Nicki, like you not like big, but you big enough. Jada?
It's
on a pure physical. Jada?
It's the aura.
I think, yeah.
Nah, like I'm hitting Meg first.
But you gotta think.
I don't care. I don't care. No, if he was our age, maybe. But he's at least 5-6 years younger than us. Like, nah. I'm aura. Like for me, maybe. For him, nah. He should be going after somebody that's like 23, 24, his age, like 40. 48-year-old.
Listen, it matters. Like I'm telling you, the aura matters. I was
the
around,
ego, man.
Listen, I was around everybody I do last week. I felt the power. Okay.
He said I felt the power.
Yeah, and I think it is also that like the whole thing, like you want, like you're like a kid, like you want, but you ain't. It's like you want what you not.
But you can't
supposed to have in a sense.
The taboo effect. I got you.
Right. So it's like
I'll give you. The taboo thing is real.
Yeah,
it's not married. You ain't supposed to have her. Like Will Smith's wife. Like I get that.
It's not like she's just a married woman. Like she's married to Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
and
it's just one of those
separated.
Right. I think well, I don't know about that. Everybody use that excuse when this kind of stuff happens.
I think they really weren't together. Like they mentioned that before the August stuff even came up.
Right.
They have said it. Like they were all like they're partners, but and that's the thing I hate about this too. If it was anybody, if this was Cardi and Offset, it'd be he cheated, she cheated. But because it's them and it's red table talk, it's like, well, no, they came to an agreement that
we were on a break,
separate, physically, but still have the emotional embodiment of a man. Like, nah, you stepped out and you stepped out, and that's what happened. Like it's Will and Jada, so it can't be that. Nah.
Nah, what you mean? They on some legendary?
Different.
They all use that excuse. We were on a break.
See, but I can tell the difference between like
the D Wade thing,
the D Wade break, like
that's another legendary D Wade.
Right.
We were on a break.
D-Wade, Will and Jada, like they like even before this August stuff came up, they talked about how they weren't together, like they broke up.
Yeah.
So
I could believe that.
So it's like I do believe that they were separated. He was just dumb enough to believe that she was going to leave.
She was actually going to leave him. And it's like, you look at who you are and you look at the lifestyle that she has, she ain't leaving that.
Right. Or just look, he's Will and you're August.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Like,
you think August thought he was going to pull it forever?
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
felt that way?
That's what August. That's
come
what
on.
August
but it's that aura.
Right. August, I haven't seen that.
He did what a lot of women do when they mess with married men. Like they think that the husband is going to leave their wife, and that's not going to happen.
You were 20 years younger, and she was like, fuck it.
Yeah, even if they separated, like they're going to find their way back.
That's Will Smith.
For one, it's just cheaper.
Yeah.
Two, they got like a family. They got all this stuff invested in it.
They got a blended family. He already had to work in another chick.
Yeah. Like all he did was remind her of why she shouldn't leave.
You want to be August Alsina?
Yeah.
Live her in that small ass condo. Uh-huh.
Right. Imagine when she had to leave. Right. Imagine she had to leave that.
Come back home. Come back home.
Imagine she had to leave that house and go live with him. He can't even get booked for it. He's like, I gotta rely. Like, I make more. I gotta rely on you getting booked. Like, what single have you had since? What was his single?
Since they were together.
He got one single.
They haven't had a single since they've been together.
He need that muse back. He need his muse back. That's what it was.
Yeah. His muse. That's funny. Muse.
and you know what? It's quiet as kept because everybody talk about how you get in there. One thing I noticed, Jaden Smith is a lot of these, even though he's young and he's a little bit, more normal than he used to be, he's a lot of these dudes old heads. He was August old head. He's Donald Glover old head.
No, you really?
Yeah.
Really?
He got the cool house.
Yeah,
the kid who always had the cool house.
Jaden
the kid that had the cool house was the man. You're right.
Yeah.
The kid with the cool house was the man.
And Jaden the wingman?
Jaden was like, my mom's and dad's mad, bro. You better get in there. He was like, yo, you good? I don't care.
Listen,
man.
I remember too. Yeah, I remember Donald Glover was on the Breakfast Club, and he was giving an interview, and he was talking about Jaden, like Jaden is like his old head. Like I was listening to Jaden, he was telling me, and it's like, dude,
what?
Like, yeah, like Jaden is a lot of these dudes old head. That's how they get in the house in the first place, because they friends with Jaden.
Well,
yeah,
Jaden has been famous. He did what, Karate Kid?
Yeah, he's been famous. Pursuit of Happiness. Like
but he's 22.
They listen to this dude, like, because quiet is kept.
Yo, you right. It's aura.
His
all
life
that bullshit.
So
Will Jada aura.
Energy, the vibes.
Yeah,
and quiet is kept.
Vibes,
like Jaden is a good kid. Like he's like the only one still trying to get Flint to water to Flint.
He is trying to get water to Flint.
He's like the only one.
The only
like,
one.
He got food trucks for homeless.
And that was it.
Yeah, he got food trucks for homeless. Like he do a lot. Like he functioned older than he is. But he's their old head. That's why they be around him.
He's been famous almost 20 years.
Since he was a kid, he's been famous.
So I mean,
almost his whole life, yeah.
Yeah, he might be young in age, but in experience, the same with Kobe. Like Kobe was only 40, but it seemed like he was 60.
Yeah. Jaden
experience.
Yeah, Jaden does give that same type of vibe. Like he young, but he, old.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's how they wonder like how August get around. That's how he got around. Jaden.
Man, that's a great background, man. I must say.
Yeah, they all trying to.
I feel for my mans. I just like that's Will Smith. That's a Fresh Prince.
Yeah,
he was mad.
Yeah, he was.
I saw it in his face. I'm like, you can act, but you can't act out.
He was mad.
The first couple lines, he was like, "Yeah, you know that I gotta come to the table. You know that. Yeah, you know I'm in Jada's spot. You know that. You know." And then he got to the relationship. She was like, "I got into a different kind of entanglement." He was like, "Nah. What was it?
Well, yeah, say what it is."
He was like, "It was that shit. It was like, just like, yeah." Then the face came. Then it was just like
the face was like the face was like it could have been anybody but him.
Right.
Yeah. Like I'm Will Smith. What do you mean?
And I think it's one of those where it's like, okay, you know, like the lifestyle that they live, you know, like they're around women, men, you know, like they can get whoever they want. But no man wants the world to look at his wife like, yo, I could have her. She's for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
And now it's like, if August hit it, I have to assume I at least have a shot.
Right. And that
to the movies she was in. Wasn't she in The Matrix?
Yeah.
She's in The Matrix. She's
Mark Wahlberg, Keanu Reeves.
I'm just saying, like, if August can get it,
Keenan Ivory Wayans.
I think that's what probably
he made
hits home is just like, yo, like you don't want everybody looking at your household like, yo, like you like, yo, like what's up with this dude, man? Like he can't be like
he ain't got
it's
no
one
control.
thing for y'all to know what's happening. It's another thing for everybody to know.
And my thought on it is that it was more so like I told you.
Right. I told you.
To bring. You can do what you want, but not with this guy.
Right.
This
the last guy. Yeah, this the last guy.
Remember how he kept saying mentally stable, he kept bringing up.
Yeah, because he's young, emotional,
you
got a lot of stuff that's been happening in his life.
He's a new black.
Yeah.
He's gonna be emotional. He's gonna go on social media. He's gonna run his mouth. Like he was saying, like, you know, like, because they both were separated. Mm-hmm. The women he was messing with ain't gonna say nothing.
Yeah.
But it's still like, he was with the girl from Wolf of Wall Street.
I was about to say, if he hit that, is that sufficient payback? Because
no.
Really?
I would say, I mean, he ain't hurting like that. He hurting probably.
Pride is hurting for him, but like she got August, but I mean, I think if he got what's his name, Margot Robbie, like as far as level, it's like they're not equal. Like they're not equal. Like I don't want to compare people, but like they're not the same. There's a difference.
He's been linked to her, some big time model, and then some famous girl on YouTube, some black girl who.
I heard about the YouTuber,
yeah. Her sister, like one of the top people at Google. So it was like, I mean, you see where he's aiming at.
If he hit at least 3 and no one really knew about it, first off,
I think that's
big ups to my man for not getting caught on 3, and he is high profile as he is.
How about
but that's another thing, like
understanding.
Like they get it easy, been like, yo, you Will Smith, I'm about to tell everything. They was just like, nah. She messed up with one old little August. She was like, I got to go and tell everybody, man, I'm hurt. I'm hurt.
But I think at the same time, Will kind of makes it hard for her because he's Will. So it's like you can't even pick anybody in the same realm. Like she can't go over and be like, oh, I'm going to go mess with Jamie Foxx. Like you can't.
Yeah, it's not going to happen.
You just can't do that. So,
but would that be better, though? Would it be like, could he feel less hurt because at least she went with like, a certain level, a certain
I think
standard? So. That's what I thought. I was talking to my wife. I was like, yo, you know what? I would feel mad because, like, who the fuck is August? Like, is nobody. Like, in terms of who I am, like, who the?
Yeah, but you like
nobody ass one single having ass nigga.
You
like,
can't. I don't think
Jamie Foxx is like comparable. Like, I still think Will's over him, but like comparable career.
Yeah, I don't know, but it's like you can't pick
once in a lifetime.
you can't pick like a rival. You know, even though they're not rivals, it's still.
But at least it would feel like you didn't just scrape the bottom of the barrel for what was.
Yeah, she should have got Charlie Mack.
She just went for whoever was around. She was just that vulnerable, and this nigga's hanging out with Jaden every day. So.
Jada's homies coming to the crib,
right.
like that's what made me mad about it. Like, really, one of his little, you know how your parents like one of your little friends. I ain't one of your little friends. Nah, she was with one of his little friends. Like, that's what she did. Like,
but
nah, bro.
I think that's the other thing too, is that she always wants to be needed, and like Will Smith, he don't need her for nothing.
He don't need her. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like he don't need your help. Like he read books. Like I don't need the red table.
He's been like, honestly, he's been the man in like film and like television forever, like forever. So it's like
famous 30 years.
Yeah,
our society has a big problem if reading books is a differentiation
between
whether
nobody reads. When nobody reads.
Well,
when the last time you read, G?
I read every day.
Well, that's why you're an exemplary nigga. The rest of them don't read. Nobody read books. What's that? A book?
Yeah,
That's not read a book.
Will said on one of those. I think the one where he was talking when they were talking about their relationship the first time. How he said like he took 2 years off from working just to become a better husband and dad, and he was reading a bunch of books and therapy and all this other stuff. Like he never needed. He ain't looked to her for that. So
that's a different type of dude right there. First off, I got enough money to just stop doing shit for 2 years.
Right.
All my energy into something else just to be better at it. Like I feel like Will's type of dude that you just see him and be like, he ain't better than me. Like, shut up. you see walk around. Yeah, I just learned how to remodel my whole house by myself. Like, hey, shut up. I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm a better father today than I was last year. Like, I just
Will is that guy. Will is that guy. He'll show
he's
you
that
up.
guy that just like you want to hate. He's a good guy, but you like
MIT,
man.
right?
What happened?
Wasn't he supposed to go to MIT?
I don't know.
Wouldn't surprise me.
Like,
I don't know.
He was supposed to go to MIT or something like that.
He's the type to hit you like Cheryl Miller hit Reggie Miller that one time. Reggie Miller came home. He's like, man, I dropped 40. And she said, oh that's nice. I had 110.
Yeah. That's
gotta hurt.
Yeah.
Just make you mad.
Like, you almost triple what my best.
Right.
You almost triple it. Yeah, I had 109.
And make it worse, like he wasn't even trying. Like he wasn't even competing with you. I just do this.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Yeah,
and she cheered him on, like, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Like,
she might as well had double patted him on the head. Like, sorry, little dude.
That's another reason why August snapped. He just found out how low on the totem pole he really was.
Bro, you know how much that must hurt? He thinking y'all had some soul bond, like loving relations. Like, nah.
Yeah.
Entanglement.
But I do think, like another lesson here, if that's what you want to call it, is if you are going to live that way, it has to be with a person who's on your level or higher, not lower. You
can't go lower
because if they don't have anything to lose.
Yeah, and I was about to say that.
Yeah,
he acted as somebody who didn't have nothing to lose.
Nothing to lose.
Because he does.
Album about to come out.
That's what they were saying. The album about to drop. That's why he really did it. That's why I'm like, you can't mess with nobody ain't got nothing to lose. That's what they'll do.
Was like, yo, this was like years ago. Like, where's come?
She ain't talking to me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't got nothing to lose here.
So
that was crazy. Not surprised though. I kept thinking there had to be a reason he was doing it. Like there had to be a reason, and now it was it. The album dropping.
I do think that he was hurt.
Yeah, he was hurt. He thought he had
that.
But wasn't this like the only reason why I don't believe he was just that hurt? This happened years ago. This didn't happen yesterday or even last year. This is like 5 or 6 years old. That's why I think Will maybe isn't he mad, but not maybe that mad. Because it's like he's known for a while this is going on. I'm assuming he's known for a while.
I'm sure they done.
I mean, but that look on his face looked like he found
he
out
probably
stuff that
still
he
hurt
didn't know.
thinking about it. You got to go back to that dark place. Just be like, you was really with this nigga August?
Yeah.
I think he got mad. Because he's like, I'm really doing an interview about this.
Right. Yeah.
Wasn't
Like,
that
because he don't come to the table. He never comes to the table. That's
just
how
like,
it is.
You got to look at it as like, yo, the entire world knows that this dude was messing with my wife. You know what I mean? And I'm just sitting here like
confirming it.
Right.
I'm confirming it, and I'm saying yes. Yes. He smacked
She
my wife.
wasn't answering. She wasn't answering the questions either, though. Like that's
she was
getting mad when you have to
he
ask
was
you
getting
more than
hot.
once.
Yeah.
He was getting hot. Like, yo.
But that's the thing. Like when you studied it, like narcissistic people, they not going to answer straight up. Like they just not. They're going to give every excuse, or they're going to try to make it seem like it's something else. Like she said, entanglement instead of what it was. Like y'all separated. You got in a relationship with this dude. Like that, and that's all.
She stuck to that too. Like,
he had no one else to think about it. He had that look of when you're at work or any place and somebody in social intelligence, that gets you more upset than anything.
Don't hide behind these fancy words. Just say what it was.
Just say
what it is.
Say what it was.
Yeah, just say what it is. You got a bunch of, I just was tired of, Black Twitter. There's been some good jokes, but then you got a bunch of the civil war started again between black men and black women. And, black men sitting there hating black women again, and black women hating black dudes again.
That's just crazy.
It's like it ain't they normal, like they people at the end of the day. Like
you know what I'm tired of too? Like you make a good point. They're people. We gotta stop taking these relationships we don't know shit about and be like relationship goals. Oh my God, you don't know shit about them. You know how they live their life. You know what they let you see. You know what when you see them together. Oh, I love her too. Oh, they love each other. You don't know shit. Like, and now they trying to make new because everyone's been talking about that the J. Cole line, that Jada and that Will Love, and they're just like, nah, I don't want that shit. But I'm like, you didn't know what it was in the first place. You didn't know if you wanted it initially.
You didn't, right? You just going by the image.
I mean, I agree wholeheartedly. Like, it's just like online. It's the old saying, believe half of what you see and none of what you hear.
Absolutely.
It's nobody's going to put up their depressed online except August.
Yeah,
new blacks do it all the time.
Yeah, but generally,
new blacks be like, I'm about to kill myself. You be like, nigga, stop. Get offline. Go stop. Right. Like you really hurt. I get it, but stop.
They'll break up with a regular girlfriend and be ready to off himself.
I can't do this shit no more. Like what? Go chill out, bro. Like seriously. It should be killing me. And I don't want to make fun of like people who are depressed, but nigga, like relax. You see every that's why Twitter, man, is funny, but every once in a while I gotta take a break from that shit and just be like, I'm put the phone.
Yeah, you gotta take breaks.
Yeah,
it's a lot.
Because they always come forward with a name or try to call somebody they never take accountability for anything. So anytime, for August, they're sitting there calling Will and Jada predators and all this other stuff. Like he wasn't 24 and was down with it. Like why ain't nobody acting like he didn't want to do it? I would have wanted to do it. Like it's
got that right.
So it's like I'm not dumb. Like he's like
I'm not dumb.
Like she's sitting there like, oh, manipulating me into wanting her. No, like nigga, like
he wanted her when he walked in the house for the first time.
He wanted when he been watching her since he was a kid.
Thank you. He wanted her on television. Right. Like picture that's and she
so
and
wait,
you gotta think.
Is Jada enough? Okay, for you guys that have wives, have y'all ever had this discussion before? Like me and my wife have had this discussion. I don't give her any
the hall pass.
Like if there was somebody, if you just walked in and was like, they want it, like, can I? First off, have you had that conversation? If not, I ain't gonna say shit else. Number two,
we haven't.
If you were gonna have it, who would it be?
Oh,
I'm just asking.
Plead the fifth.
My wife. Plead the fifth. My wife with my wife.
So like a younger version of her, like when she was like 22.
Come on.
Like what are you talking? What are you like?
She's great. She's beautiful.
That's what some do.
Bell was happy with his girl. He's like, no, her right now.
Nah,
You're coming right now. I love her. No one else. I don't see nobody else. All right. That's how you feel.
Yeah,
check the text message. Check the group chat.
Gotta keep that one under wraps.
And then delete it immediately.
Yeah.
Right. Like
No record of this ever happened.
Yeah, we're back. Yeah, before we get on to the next time, I just wanted to say, like, yo, stop these people trying to say like August was taking advantage of and all this. They act like he went in the house with Jada and like, yo, that's your mom. Like he knew exactly who she was before he got there. Like, come on now. Like all this, she manipulated him and all this other stuff. Please, she just got a relationship. It broke up. He's a junkie. He was all emotional and everything else.
Like junkie, damn.
He is.
Come on, Reed.
Junkie. But that's why I think it's bad on her because he was super vulnerable.
Yeah.
And it was like, and granted, he's an adult, but she's 40 plus. Like you should know. And she even said that I was trying to mentor him and help him. And
okay. All right. This is the world we live in, right? Okay, everybody's going through something. It was somebody that was going through something way worse than him and had sex with a girl and didn't say they got manipulated. Just say I was emotional and I made an emotional decision.
Right. That's it.
The whole term manipulate is like using and you're preying. They were preying on each other. She probably thought he was an attractive young man and he was like, man, this is Jada Pinkett and she's attractive, of course. So they just did something that adults do, which is have sex. That's nothing. And then what really happened is he just, like Reek said, she probably did some Erykah Badu, and
he felt the power.
Look at this.
He felt the power.
Yeah, he felt the power. And ever since then, he's been
he felt the power. All right, I hear that.
Loop. And that's all it is. It's just like I just think people always are looking for excuse for not taking accountability for their actions.
That's the biggest thing with this entire
accountability for what you did. And Jada, just like she said, we would entangle.
I got into a different kind of entanglement.
It was an entanglement.
That pissed Will off. He did not like that shit.
What?
He was so mad. He was like, "What? No. I think it's important. You say what it is." He was hot. I'd be hot too.
He might have broke the red table. He was ready. He about to slam it like he
flipped that shit over
like dominoes.
Listen though, how about I think they just cut it? It was a signal he gave to the cameraman, like, listen, when I do this, we're going to end it up. We're going to wrap it up because picture if it went on an hour.
Yeah, because
all he would have did was just get angrier and angrier.
Nah. Might have flipped the red table.
Yeah.
Look at
broken red table.
Look at my man's face.
Yeah, he was pissed. He was pissed because he thought he was done with this.
Yeah.
Trying to embarrass me on TV, huh?
Right. It's one thing when it's just rumors. Now we got to come on TV and talk about this shit. I'm hot.
The funny thing to me was when they were like, "Yeah, you got your payback," and he was like, "Did I?" He was like, she was like, "I'm gonna get you back," and then she was like, "Yeah, you did," and he was just like, he did that Will laugh. He was like, "Yeah, you think I got you back?" He said, "Yeah, you wait, watch, watch when quarantine end. Watch when quarantine end. I'm gonna get your ass back." And what's she gonna do? He Will Smith.
Yeah, right.
He gonna deal with that shit. You be mad again. Exactly.
Really one script away.
Yep.
One movie away from being the guy again.
Yeah, that's all it takes. That's all it takes.
He got some movies in the works too. So.
Oh, watch. I can't wait to see who his co-stars are. I'm gonna be like, he hit that, he hit that, he hit this. Yeah. He about to go on a legendary run. I'm like, you shouldn't have pissed Will off.
Charlie's Angels 7.
We'll have all the Charlie's Angels.
All of the Charlie's Angels.
He's gonna make a league of their own again with all the Tom Hanks.
Oh man. Oh man.
He said a league of their own.
A league of him.
Shit, I'm done.
All right, so on to the next one. T.I. It's a couple things with T.I. because
first off,
He ain't got 20 tracks. Let's say that right now.
Yeah,
he ain't got 20. You hear me, G? He ain't got 20. What's up? You got your list ready?
What's the topic, Reek? What's the topic?
It's very top heavy.
You got T.I. versus
very
50,
top heavy.
And then on top of that, T.I.'s claim of New York bias, like with everything, which I don't get it. Like,
listen, you know what it is though? Everybody want to be from New York. Like
he got roots. He got roots in the city.
Who?
Yeah,
his father.
T.I.
T.I. from the city. He got roots in the city.
His father. He like I was watching an interview. He said he used to go to New York every summer to stay with his father in Harlem.
Oh, word! I didn't know that.
Yeah. So he got
T.I. was acting like when he was on Hot 97 and said if 50 was from Chicago, he'd have never been that good or whatever the case may be. And, I have to completely disagree. Absolutely. And then on top of that, he said he has 5 classic albums. No.
That's a bit much.
Wait, no. T.I. said he
name them.
Like his catalog is 5 classic
He said
albums? He had 5 classic. I heard that.
Yeah, let me look it up. He said his 5 classics are. Let me go because he has a lot of Billy Jack bullshit albums. He said, "I'm Serious."
No.
Yeah, like people don't even have that album.
No.
What's on that again? Can you name me one of the singles?
I'm Serious with Beanie Man.
Beanie Man, yeah.
Shut up, Tip. Drop a tip. His next one, he said trap music.
I'll give him that.
That's arguable.
It's not.
I would say arguable. I wouldn't say guaranteed. I would say arguable. Yes.
It's not a classic up here.
It's not a classic to me.
If it ain't a classic up here and if it ain't a classic everywhere, it's a classic.
So.
No, right. To me, a classic has to be nationwide classic.
Right. And
like, ain't nobody saying that Dre 2001 ain't classic or Dre Chronic ain't classic. It ain't just like just West Coast thing. No. That's classic.
It's a universal.
You in Alaska, that's just a classic.
Right. When I was debating people, because people from the South was sitting there trying to tell me how those albums are classics, and I'm like, how? I said, okay, Get Rich or Die Trying is a classic. Would you put that with that? No. Would you put it with The Chronic? Would you put it with Illmatic? Would you put it with
TM101?
TM1, like those are classic albums.
TM101 was fire.
Yeah.
Just random thought, track to track. That shit is fire.
So, there's not one Tip album that I feel you could play front to back.
I think Urban Legend.
He got a song front to back.
I think King was his closest to that.
That's the same thing that I was gonna say.
King is when like if you look at, I'm looking at a track right now. King, front back, What You Know, I'm Talking to You, Ride With Me, Why You Wanna Was Wait, Get It, Top Back, Stand Up. Yo, like that album. Yeah, that album bang. That album is. I'm looking at that shit now. Like
that's his closest one, probably.
Right.
That's probably his best album. That's where he had a little beef with Luda. He had a lot of bangers, but he still had the lyrical play.
Rick Ross too.
Yes. Yeah. That album was probably
Rick Ross' gimmick.
Yeah.
Rick Ross start beef with everybody. He always got for a rollout. That's his.
He stole it for 50. That was 50's move. Yeah. That was the whole 50 move. Started beef, drop an album, has been clear, some classic shit on it. But that album, that King album, I'm looking at some of these shits. He's just like, yo, straight through, you can play this.
King album. You name those songs. What about the other half of the album? It's crap.
Now I like the drink with Pharrell, the living a good life or whatever. That was my.
Stand Up got. If you go past
there's 20 songs on there, it's half the album.
It's a good album.
Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, I'm looking at it right now, right? The King is back. That was all right. Front and back with UGK, that shit was fire. Yeah. What You Know was his single. I'm Talking to You. That was like the straight diss to Luda. That was hot. Live in the Sky, that's not my thing. But Ride With Me shit was hot. Why You Want to Go and Do That? That shit was okay.
But that's not them singles. They did.
That's not right.
Radio singles, yeah.
Get It was fire. Top Back was fire. Stand Up Guy was fire. Hello was I? Told You So was I? Bankhead was fire. Like that's if you can name half of the songs, I'm giving that.
It's a good album.
It's a really good album.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
My favorite is Urban Legend, though. That's my favorite.
But he said
that's when he started really getting the buzz. That's when he became like T.I.
That's another one.
Because You Don't Know Me and ASAP is on there.
Yeah, he said, I'm Serious, Trap Music, Urban Legend, King, and Paper Trail, which is Paper Fail to me. That album sucks.
Yeah, like
a lot of people love that album though.
I don't know why.
Paper Trail. I'll say this.
They got Rihanna on it.
I used to like T.I.
Right.
I used to like T.I. Paper Trail to me he was so. Remember, he was like cold. And then that album got him hot again. Like, remember he had some hits on there. And that video, What's Up Was Happening, that joint was just hard because he had the lawn chair in front of the project.
Yeah.
Just the whole. That's when the internet was the Wild Wild West still. The end of the Wild Wild West era.
You know what?
Yeah.
I would say Paper Trail was good.
I'll mess with it.
I did too.
I'm Illy was dope.
His albums ain't short.
Again, but like thinking like, okay, Swagger Like Us.
I don't really like that song, honestly. I didn't like when it came out.
Me either. I hate that song.
Really?
He got one of the worst Jay verses. Kanye had the best verse on that song. So that
which is how you know it's not good.
I thought it was
what you said about Jay.
It was a terrible Jay verse.
I thought it was okay.
But it's a lot of Jay verses that's terrible.
That wasn't a bad song.
Chill.
Very disrespectful.
Yeah, don't be disrespectful. Like, yeah, just chill out. Everybody knows he's.
Show me a good Nas feature real quick.
You owe me. You owe me.
No, that's his song.
Oh, my bad. My bad. No, the journey with his dad.
That's his song.
Here we go. Here we go.
I got it. The journey with Quan.
Here we go.
That's his
Quan song.
No, that was Quan's song.
Okay.
Nas
All right.
another verse on that. On the album, it's just all Quan.
G, question for
Quan.
What album was that on?
I'm not fielding questions.
Reek, what album was that album? What song was that
Street
album?
Disciple.
Like I said,
I'm not fielding
give
questions right
me a Nas feature, please. Give me one.
He gonna say "Hot Girl," the Missy drink when he was in the yellow leather.
Oh,
Hot Boys.
Yeah,
Hot Boys. Yo,
that was a good verse.
That was fire though.
Yeah, that's his best verse.
How long ago was that? Really? He got one.
You see how Nas sounds when he gets a good beat?
Listen, I'm not fielding questions or giving comments.
Nas, like I said, Nas is top 10. No higher. No higher. I don't want to hear this no more. He's top 10.
How about one thing, G? I just want to make a statement. You know the one hot album every 10-year average?
Thank you.
It's still true.
One hot album every 10-year average. Just get out of here with this.
25 years, and he got 3.
What's the next topic, Rick?
Okay. Oh, okay.
We even get past the T.I. and 50 album, but Nas is trash. Tired of this conversation. He's the most overrated, greatest rapper of all time. I know you a Nas guy. I know y'all both Nas guys. But
the Firm album.
What?
What did you say?
The Firm
written. It's my favorite Nas album.
It was written?
With the Foxy Brown
man?
Nas album. With the Foxy Brown numbers?
It was written?
Yeah. With the Foxy Brown verse. We flipped
it. That's
we cut
a really good album.
Then we put it back together. Then it's another. Yeah. That joint.
Jay-Z has some really bad songs. So
yeah.
But Jay-Z has at least 4 classic albums.
6.
I'm saying at least 4. You can say 6. I'm saying, but he has at least.
Why not
4.
just give him 20 while we at it?
Yeah,
I might.
Yeah, Reed. No, it's not like I'm gonna go out the sky and be like, I'm not that oblivious to the point where I say, well, best of both worlds. No, I'm not that guy. But
Yeah, like, nobody,
That's Nas fans.
Ain't nobody saying that's a bad album.
That's
Dream
Nas
Disciple
fans.
was all right.
When they try to tell you Distant Relatives was a good album.
Distant Relatives is not a good album.
I'm not counting that as an album.
What about Nostradamus?
Nas is
For the
coming.
era? For the era?
No, for the era.
For the era, it was cool.
Okay, all right, G. How about we do this? This
We
is
done.
how-
We on tip in 50.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
50 only got 2.5 good albums.
But
That's all he ever put out.
No,
No,
you gotta
but
count.
I'm
You gotta
like,
count the
wow.
game album. The game album got to count for his.
album. He gave
That's where the
game
half come
album.
in at.
Okay.
Like when people argue because they try to say like 50 would get smoked by T.I.
Nah,
Which is, and this is where I get like, I don't understand T.I.'s New York bias because I see more people saying T.I. would smoke him than anything. But 50 got mixtapes, he got albums. Everybody, I think I heard Joe Budden earlier talking about, well, 50 ain't got no posse cuts. Does he really need posse cuts? Like he got a group album. Right. Like,
I was gonna say anything Yayo said.
Right.
Anything Yayo has ever said should be attributed to 50.
right.
Period.
They talking,
Yayo whole album, yes, was 50. 50 when he got tired and was just like, here, nigga, here's 10 tracks. Do the rest. But not
right. Like they I think they forget 50's catalog. Like he has, because they think of just his hits. Because that's the other thing. 50 has a lot of solo hits, but they also forget all the songs that he was on. Like he was on like every G Unit single.
I mean, if you look at the Beg for Mercy, like the first Unit album, that was fire. Gears
Yep.
Die Trying, The Massacre, both fire. After that, it's like
His mixtapes, though.
You got to go pull
early
from the
mixtapes.
mixtape.
I mean, that's nothing. His mixtape game alone can kill some people's whole careers. Like
Yeah.
just with the
I.E. Ja Rule.
Huh?
I.E.
Yeah.
Ja Rule.
Right, you're right, exactly. He have an album out. He was like, "Yeah, you're done. You're done. You're done in the
I think
city."
that's
You
the
hear me?
problem, though. I think if 50 don't come in like Jada Kiss came in, people will argue that Tip can win. If he don't come
Right.
in like with hitters,
Yeah.
he come in trying to like go hit for
Yeah,
hit.
Kiss put the pressure on. He kept it on. Like I'm not letting you switch the game plan. I'm not switching. Like this is what I'm playing.
Yeah. But Kiss wasn't fair. He got songs with Big. Automatic.
He ain't even playing.
We Victory.
Yeah,
Victory is like 3.
that was kind of cheating. But
Victory is
I
like
respect it.
3.
He did right. So
Me and Bob, By and Reek was discussing that. I would have said, yeah. Remember we were saying once he played Victory, I'd have played it again just cause it would have still counted. Like I'd have just played it 4 times. Like
I'd have played just so I could finish the song.
yeah. Yeah.
That's minute 1. We got minute 2.
Yeah. Minute 1, minute 2. Then the hook. WWW.
Yeah. New York.
I don't think it's a slaughter though.
No, I don't think so
definitely
either.
not.
It's a close.
Either way.
I don't think it's really close, honestly. Looking at if you're looking at, it's not going to be close. T.I.'s a little good fight. T.I. got energy, but he's going to lose. If 50 goes into any features, if he goes into any of the G Unit stuff, he brings in Banks or somebody like that, no, you're done. He's done.
You trust T.I. and 50 to be in touch?
Battle just because he's 50.
Because they would almost have to be in touch with what people feel like is a banger right now still.
Right.
I think
I don't think they are.
They are.
But I also think if you go to them, you go to them knowing like what their catalog is.
I will say this though.
It's like I don't think it's gonna be about what people do now.
I think if I think 50 be more in tune with what they want to hear than T.I.
Yeah,
Because 50 works with 50 just produced
Pop Smoke album.
Yeah.
And it's fire. I mean, what?
It's
What is
fire.
T.I.
Man,
What has T.I. made in the last 5 years? That's just fire.
50 wear leather fitted.
It's good. Fire. I'm tired of hearing Migos personally, but
Yeah, 50 wear leather fitteds. That one thing alone just can't sit.
T.I. wears his hat to the side.
His name is Tip.
What's that mean?
Clifford.
His name is Clifford. Clifford Harris is his name.
Drop a tip.
Did you see on IG when 50 dropped the T.I. did like a commercial for like the chip hotline?
Drop a tip.
He did it. He dropped like, and that's why 50's gonna win, because he gonna be like, wait, you was out here trying to get snitches to call in tips? Nah, we ain't with that. King of the South, what's up with that? Nah. And obviously, we do know that Tip gave a tip, which is why he ain't go to jail. A man got caught with 100 machine guns, military grade, and was back on the streets and could see his kids grow up? Nah, bro, you snitched. Ain't nobody want to say it. You snitch. You are Tekashi 6ix9ine, bro. Rat. I don't want to hear it. He got caught with enough guns to go away forever. You think 50 ain't gonna pull that out? 50 found out that Ross was a goddamn CO. He gonna find out. He gonna be like, boom, I got the paperwork, bruh. Ain't gonna matter what song he play. Y'all remember your song? He gonna be like, done. You lost. Flawless victory. That's what I'm saying. Ain't gonna be close. It ain't gonna be close. I'm sorry. He ain't got a chance.
I still think it's close. I still think
it's
going to be song for song.
But here's the thing. I think that because it's funny, like Tip is complaining about New York bias, but he acts like there's no bias against New York.
100%.
So I say the Atlanta bias is crazy.
Right. So it's going to be people saying 50 lost or 50 or they're saying they're giving it a T.I. song because just from the region. Just like people that were saying Manny Fresh beat bias. Right. They said Manny Fresh beat Scott Storch.
Andre 3000 is like one of the greatest of all time. And
no, he's not.
He's hardly ever raps.
He's not.
No, he's not.
So, there's a huge
Boy, I actually
Atlanta slant.
Yeah,
Big Boy's a lot closer to Andre than people realize.
Big Boy got some.
He has some bars.
Got some,
Big Boy can rap. Andre 3000 just like because he raps different. Everybody's gonna.
Yeah.
Like he's part of a legendary group. He hasn't made a solo album. When he did get a chance to make
a solo album.
What you mean? The Love Below.
Yeah, but it was like below standards.
Just stop. Yo, G, stop it. G, stop. He said love below. Stop. Stop playing with me, G.
Speaker box. Love below.
He said the Love Below.
That's his solo album. And
it's so trash.
His only one.
Here, three tracks, you do what you want, and he came out with Hey Ya.
And he sung all the parts. That video was the best.
You got full creative control. What you gonna put up?
Right. Hey Ya.
Not that.
Oh my goodness! Now I'm done.
But yeah, it's a southern it's a southern bias. I don't think they realize. Like when I saw, I see it on Twitter, Facebook, I see it on social media all the time. I saw a dude the other day say Drama put out a classic album.
Drama who?
Like the DJ?
Exactly. Drama. Not the DJ.
Oh, the left right.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh. Yeah. So next topic.
Yeah.
Let's get that one. Let's go right to
But listen, these are the people that are sitting there that's going to say it's a New York bias. Like it's only like when somebody said Big Timers had 3 classic albums.
See, that's why I backtrack and said what I said regarding like the trap music and stuff like that, because in some regions, like not being funny like me, my cousin that lived in the South, he used to play 8-Ball and MJG, right? And I'm like, man, I don't like this. And then I started listening to, I'm like, oh, I like these dudes. I like 8-Ball and
they
MJG.
Can rap.
Yeah, but nobody from up here really know who they are. You really gotta like music to know that them boys is like raw.
Yeah, but I think they don't realize like we do the same thing. Like certain regional classics, we don't sit there and we don't sit there and say such and such regional classics are.
You just say Joe Button?
No, like I'm saying as an underground dude who might not have made it down to the South for real.
He didn't even make it down there.
I know people that love Joe Budden. That's like their favorite rapper. Like ever.
He shouldn't make it anywhere.
They're the ones that tell you that Razzcast is a super hard lyricist.
Yeah, and Corrupt. Them the same people that love Corrupt too.
Yeah. Like you heard that Razzcast album?
Yeah. No. Nah. I couldn't find it on the internet, so I couldn't find it online. It's hard to find.
Yeah,
I don't be feeling like nobody be saying nothing though.
You would feel like that because you like Nas.
But I don't feel like Nas be saying much either though.
No, I don't think these rappers say anything profound. But then again, we're smarter than the average person.
I like to believe so.
Yeah, so for us, it's like, yeah, that's fire. It ain't profound, it's fire. But you gotta think, if you're somebody down south that wears Reeboks and like big timers.
Yo, we do always shit on the South. I gotta
see, this is what T.I. is talking about.
You're right, because like when that Southern shit came, when Juve came out, we were all just like, hey.
That's a classic album.
What?
400 Degrees.
I can't hear what he's saying.
That joint, I don't know what it is. That joint sound hard. I love that album.
Juvie is a mushmouth nigga, man. I can't understand nothing he be rapping about. And I thought he was fire on that Rough Riders album, but I can't tell you his verse.
Man, that 400 Degrees is hard. That's a hard album.
This is the problem with rap.
I haven't listened to it in about 10 years, but I remember when that dream was hard.
I want to go back to it now, see if I can hear what he's saying.
I don't want to do that because I don't want to mess up.
What you're saying, huh?
I don't want to mess up. I don't want to mess up with how I'm feeling about it.
Nah, I want to know what it is. I want to have some
context. Surf Ninjas, Reek.
Huh?
Like Surf Ninjas.
Yeah, it ruined your
you watch them stupid movies.
I told you not to do it. Don't ruin your own childhood.
Yeah.
Dude, that's real. Just across the board. You go back and watch this, you be like, yo, I used to love this back in the day. You watch it now, you be like, I was retarded.
Yeah,
I was a retarded little kid.
How about this? My mom sat through this?
Right.
I would never.
And like you look at their face and they looking like they mad. You be like, why are you mad? This is a great movie or show or whatever. You be thinking like, I made you go. I'm sorry, mother.
Yeah, like, you don't even be bothered by the fact that you don't even be bothered by the fact you're watching 3 ninjas with 3 white kids.
Yo, I honestly I was thinking about that. That movie when I was a kid is fire. I'm scared to go watch it now. I'm gonna go back and be like, this is stupid. These suburban kids fighting criminals. This is dumb. I know I'm gonna feel like that, but I don't want to do it because I remember being a kid thinking, yo, this is fire. They really working these dudes. I don't want to do it to myself. You're right. Nah, I get it. Yeah, you're right.
Now, Sidekicks is still good.
What? That movie was. That was my.
Sidekicks is still good. Only because my man was like, kick his ass.
I need to know that. I need to know that it's safe to go watch because if I go back and it's wrong, I'm gonna be hurt.
He's still all right.
I'm gonna be hurt. I'm gonna be so hurt. Oh my goodness. Yo, G, Nas still suck though. I want to make sure you're aware of that. I just want you to know. Yo,
Nas looked like he was a He-Man guy.
I'm listening for something different.
Come on. Like, all right, G.
I'm listening for something.
I got
different.
your back, G. Come on. Come on, Reed.
I can't.
Come on. Yo, stop, both of y'all. I got your back, G. It's funny, but I got your back, man. Nah.
I can't. Speaking of talking crazy, Kendrick fucking Perkins. What's up with your up with your mans?
You could put the Shaq and the Fool picture up as your drink behind you.
Yo, you just put Kendrick Perkins' face up there.
No, listen. I'm not making this up. If anybody's in a bad mood and you want a good laugh, put on the Kendrick Perkins Shaq and the Fool on YouTube. Shaq and the Fool on YouTube. You're gonna laugh every time.
I've been seeing stuff come out of like him just videos.
Now I put money on it. I bet you Reek laugh as soon as I do it. As soon as I say what happened. when he did the pass to Kobe when he tried to style and threw it behind him. Every time he threw it behind him.
The drop-off pass, he thought he was passing to KD.
Yeah, dropped it off to Kobe.
Oh, my goodness.
R.I.P. Bean. But, yeah, he dropped it off to Kobe. And, like, he stinks. He's actually remember we was talking about last joint, and I was telling you how he's on the list? He's on the worst players ever list for me.
I was really wondering how he made it in the league as long as he did.
When we're saying he was on there for like 15 years, he played for like 15 years?
Yeah, 15, 16 years.
He had a long career.
He got drafted with LeBron.
Oh my God, that's 03.
And it's like,
goodness.
I don't think as a GM, I couldn't find anybody serviceable over Kendrick Perkins. Like anybody. Like I don't know what he brought to the table that was different from any other big. Like I'm talking about mediocre bigs.
No, he's the worst one.
Like easy. And it makes it worse. You're starting to see his basketball IQ. So he was even dumber.
As a player.
He wasn't even a smart player.
Yeah.
Like, he ain't savvy. He ain't, he wasn't. So his takes, not only are they rooted in LeBron bias, they just stupid.
He's bad.
He like what's the one that I'm trying to think like the worst when he does something every week.
Tim Duncan out of Hall of Fame. No, that's Richard.
Dick Jefferson said that one.
Oh, Richard Jefferson. Okay.
But those are two guys that are on there like every day.
Yeah, it's funny how they got Tracy McGrady and Paul off the show.
Yeah, but they got Paul off the show because his takes would be hot takes, but they're more like against LeBron. Like, oh, you said KD's better than LeBron. You're crazy. Like he just beat him twice, and he couldn't guard him. He ran from him. What's
they
so
got
crazy
him
about
off the
that
show
tape?
because he said he invented the step back.
Yeah, that's a little insane. That's a little insane.
Yeah, but I'll say this: he was doing a step back longer than James Harden because they give Harden the credit. Paul Pierce been doing. Everybody been doing a step back, but
his step back is admittedly far superior to Paul Pierce's step back, and I don't like either one of them in particular.
Well, James Harden gets an extra step on the step.
I was about to say borderline
Harden
illegal.
takes an extra step.
It's definitely traveling, but I'm just
Paul Pierce has a traditional
one step back,
create space step back, not I'm creating a mile space. Like Harden does. Like
his step back so bad that Steph tried it in the game. They called it travel.
Yeah, because it is.
Like that's how bad it is. Like, oh, it's such a clear travel. It's only not a travel for him.
Yeah, it's but Kendrick Perkins, like the stuff he just says, like every week. Like I don't know how he has I know why he has a job because they like putting sports idiots up there. If you know what you talk about, they're trying to keep you off TV.
Yeah, the thing I don't like about Kendrick, like, well, not personally, of course, because I don't know him, but from what I see on television is that he talks like he's such an inside, like he has the inside scoop, and it's clearly obvious that he's getting the information from one side. It's not like he's actually investigating. It's clearly coming from someone else's.
He's not a reporter.
Trying to hide his bias.
He's not a reporter. Like he's not following up leads, which is why I kind of, as somebody that likes sports, it kind of upsets me a little bit because I want them to have real reporters. I know you want like the perspective of like former players and even current players when they're not like playing a game, but that's what happens when you just bring out guys that just they know to call one guy, they get one version of the story, and now it's the truth that they're gonna just profess on First Take or whatever they go on. Like he don't got sources. He's not Woj. He's not calling people up and finding out what's going on from both sides. He just calls up a buddy he played with, and that's it.
I also don't like that though, because 80% of the sports writers in the two major sports, which is NFL and NBA, they're all Caucasian, 80% of them.
They need to hire more people of color, 100%. I'm not saying there should be just that. No, facts.
Generically, they give that perspective as if when it comes to the NBA, and I tell this to my kids too, like the students I work with, you're not lucky if you're there. You belong there for a reason. And they're still on that, well, you're lucky to be in the NFL. If I wasn't supposed to be in the NFL, I wouldn't be in there. If I wasn't supposed to be in the NBA, I wouldn't be there. I earned my way there, and they still write from that perspective. Like, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. They earned their opportunity. Even Kendrick Perkins, he earned his opportunity to go to the NBA. So and that's how they write it from that perspective, like that 70s, early 80s perspective, early 90s perspective, when it's a new era.
You can't talk about the validity of Embiid's take on going to the bubble.
I don't even think Perk can talk about that.
What can he talk about him on basketball? This is how I turn the ball over.
As you said, he earned his spot. So
yeah,
how to earn your spot on a roster for 15 years. He didn't talk about that. He rebounded a little bit, I guess.
My guy, and Reed could tell you this. My guy, my favorite person to listen to. No, it's two. It's Jeff Van Gundy and Mark Jackson.
They know ball. Like, and you hear them talk, them boys know what they're talking about.
And then Reed gonna agree with this one. Hubie Brown.
Yeah, I like Hubie Brown.
Hubie Brown. Like, you feel like you just learned. Like, the thing is, the way Mark Jackson does the game, he does it from a player and coach's perspective, and Jeff Van Gundy does it from a complete coach's perspective. And then Hubie Brown is complete basketball IQ coach's perspective. It's like
I love hearing all of them. They are really good.
And I think that's the perfect blend. And then then it's funny when you add like a Paul Pierce, or even when Charles Barkley does a game every once in a while on TNT. Humans love imperfection, even with women. In choosing your partner is something, the imperfection of it is what makes them attractive. Them having the thing that somebody else doesn't. Yeah, that was
imperfections.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
But not your girl though. She perfect though, right?
Huh?
But your girl's perfect.
Hell nah. But
that's the wrong answer.
Perfect for me. But perfect for me.
Oh, look at this save.
Yeah.
Man.
No, I'm not. Nobody's perfect. But for me, perfect person for me.
She right there off.
Nah, she's not.
Like, nigga, what? What?
You never know when somebody might pop up in the inbox, man.
Hey, what?
You sound like Will when they first red table.
You sound like Will.
Nah,
Will on his first red table. When Jada's mother was like, "Do you ever feel like Jada's been ungrateful?" He said, "Man, hell yeah." I was like, "Yo, Will."
Like, Will tired. He fed up with this shit.
Yo, listen, that joke was so funny because if you read the comments, they was talking about Will like you know how it be the girl that get cheated on by the dude all the time. Like, she ain't going nowhere. They was like, man, Will ain't going nowhere. Like, yo, he get cheated on all the time. He ain't going nowhere.
He ain't. I ain't losing. I'm not losing half of my money.
I'm gonna just cheat back on your ass. How about that? He gonna absolutely get her back. Watch, you gonna hear about some high profile shit going on. It's gonna be. Yep, I told you this shit was coming.
And she got to bite the bullet.
What she gonna do?
Yeah, you got to bite.
Remember that
another
August
red
shit?
table talk.
Yeah, that's she gonna talk about healing.
It's gonna be Will's blue table talk. Yeah.
Will was already mad that she turned their whole living room into a production.
Probably mad as shit.
Oh, that's
Will.
I said, well, you see breakfast here, yo. Fuck, man.
Yeah, Will ain't been home. That's I don't know how long. He came back like, what is
right?
What is this shit?
Why you think my man been out there climbing gates and climbing bridges?
You don't want to be on. My man, like, man, I'd rather jump off a plane than be home with you.
He made Gemini man so he can figure out how to be in both places.
That's a bad movie.
That was an awful movie.
That's a really bad
movie. That shit was the worst. I felt so bad. That was an awful movie. That's a fact.
To change topics a little bit, have you guys seen what the players been posting from the bubble?
Yo, I was gonna talk about that. Yo, first off, JR is a real nigga. Real just dumb nigga. He was just talking about, he's like, oh, they got what was he? He said strip steak. He said, "Yo, bet they got this, they got that." I was like, "Nigga, relax, you chill." Who else has some? Rondo posted something. Some other bum nigga said something too.
Lou Wills posted his music studio he got on the hotel desk.
And you know what the funny thing about that whole bubble thing, how hypocritical it is? In the game, you touch people. You can't go next door to your teammate's locker room. I mean, your teammate's hotel room to talk, to do anything. That's
It's completely it's backwards.
The whole thing is gonna be a problem. They're gonna get somebody that's gonna get sick, and I'm gonna just say it. They only have in the season because of LeBron. That's all I gotta say. I'm something to say.
Only got with this LeBron.
Only got.
True.
Did you heard what I said? Did you
LeBron
hear me, G?
like,
they
LeBron
only doing
like
it because LeBron.
In the
LeBron
money.
said he felt like he was doing a bid when he had to go back to his room.
Like, they not you ever did a bid before. Shut the fuck up.
LeBron is not the only person that had a vote.
No, the money.
But they talked about it. There's like the LeBron camp, and then it was kind of becoming the Kyrie camp. That wasn't done by accident.
CP the press.
Who care about what CP think?
He gonna do whatever his boy do.
CP gonna do CP, one of the Banana Boat brothers, which again, weirdest name for a group of friends I've ever heard.
There's only 3 on the boat.
Yeah, it
There's
was.
only 3 on the boat.
One is missing, Greg. That guy's Melo.
Yeah. You need to check your boy Melo.
Nah, he know what's up.
Chill, G.
Melo, a real one. Relax.
Nah,
yourself.
he don't know what's up. He washed. He can't accept his role.
What? He is. He's averaging 15 as the third scorer.
I saw Melo walk into the hotel. Melo looked like a cartel hitman walk into the hotel.
It's a cartel hitman.
Melo's career could be 10 times better if he just would have accepted his role.
How? G.
What is it? As the best
thing
player?
I want to say, G.
What's that?
As the best player on the
He
team?
need to accept his role. He was an all-star.
Not when he was trying to play with them other teams.
He wasn't doing. What was he doing? He got made the villain for no reason. What are you talking about?
How do you think he played with? Oh, you want to talk about the closeout game? Reek, where's that picture? I sent that to G. The closeout game in the playoffs. Westbrook shot how many times?
40.
40. Paul George shot how many? 2 for 19. Melo shot 7, and it was Melo's fault.
Melo's a convenient scapegoat.
You're rolling with the narrative.
Everywhere he goes, he's been a convenient scapegoat.
I'm rolling with what I see. I see Melo. I see him when he was that dude. I'm not. See, this is what y'all think. Y'all think I just hate Melo and I can't acknowledge he's good.
I think you hate Melo. Yes.
You do, G.
Well, first of all, y'all know I don't like people that don't play defense. So Melo's already on my shit list for that.
But when have you ever seen him get cooked?
That's an interesting point. He may not be the most engaged defender, but he don't get cooked. And if he's going up against the games against he's had like said like a Bron, I don't remember Bron dropping 40 on his head. And
but this is getting back to the whole the team is playing good defense, so it looks like Melo is playing good defense.
No, I know. I watch Melo specifically because the team's been trash when we had him. I was watching Melo hoping he could take on the whole team because the team was trash. So no, I wasn't watching what Shumpert was doing and what Kurt Thomas was doing when we brought him back and what Jason Kidd, 45-year-old ass, is doing. I was watching Melo like, go score, please. 100 times.
How about this? You a Knicks fan, Reek a Knicks fan? I definitely was watching the Knicks heavy. Those Knicks teams, when Melo was there, were Novocaine was a crucial piece.
My man Novak?
Steve Novak was a bad business. That says all you need to know about how bad
Camby got minutes. Marcus Camby got. They brought back Kurt Thomas. What was the other dude with the dreads?
He was retired for 2 years.
Dude with the dreads.
Went to Indiana.
Copeland.
Melo gets all these excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses. I'm talking about what his team was. His team was
he's Melo. He's the greatest player in the NBA.
Nobody's saying that.
Figure it out.
But that's
everyone else from that generation that won, who was on a team? Everyone else from that draft class when they won, who was on a team?
Melo gets overwhelmingly
criticized.
Like criticized. Like, same thing you claim about LeBron, you have ridiculous Bron fans that will blame literally everybody else for his losses. Melo gets the blame, whether it's his fault or it's not his fault. So
he played his majority of his career with J.R. Smith being his second best player.
Meanwhile, when LeBron has JR as the second best player, they try to make it worse by trying to say Dellavedova is his second best player. Look what he did with him. And they try to boost up Melo's guys. Like, he could have won with that.
Who of the 2003 draft class?
JR and Shump went to Team LeBron and came home.
Because they were like
with Kyrie and Kevin Love.
Fifth option, which they should have been.
With Kevin Love and Kyrie.
Look, man.
They
Melo,
went there and became fourth
third.
and fifth options when they were 1 and 2 on the Knicks.
One of the best. If you were to just come to me and simply say Melo is one of the best scorers you've ever seen, I'd be like, I'll give you that.
Well, he is.
Everything else after that,
he averaged 7 rebounds.
Excuses.
What else have we said?
He
hasn't won a championship. But again, I'm asking, who was on his team that should have made him a championship contender?
It don't matter.
Who did Brown win with? Who did D-Wade win with? I'm waiting. Other Hall of Fame players?
What does that matter?
It matters because it's a team sport. What do you mean, what does it matter?
Well, so stop propping Melo up so high.
No, I can prop him as high as I want to. He's never had another Hall of Fame teammate ever, except for like aging like J Kidd.
You made Val cut off.
Yeah, Val's so mad he cut his shit off. He was like, I'm tired of this shit. He cut off. He was like, I'm tired of this shit. He said, I'm tired of this shit. I'm cutting out. I'm cutting out.
I'm already biased because, like I said, LeBron don't play defense either. Let's get this clear.
Defense like that.
I know exactly. So let's get this clear. I'm biased against anybody who doesn't play defense. Ray Allen don't play defense. That's my guy.
He used to play defense. I get Ray Allen used to play.
He used to try. He used to get smacked by Kobe, but he tried.
He made it personal with Kobe too. I don't know why. That was a bad idea. But
he might do that.
But he tried.
So I'm coming from a point of view where everybody's telling me Melo's the greatest all-around player they've ever seen, and I'm like,
no one.
He only
said
played
that.
half the game.
No one said that. Stop.
The Melo fans, like y'all going off of the LeBron fans, go real hard for Melo on anything he does.
Because I think it's more so because Melo doesn't get the passes that they give LeBron.
He doesn't.
So meanwhile, like what LeBron gets an excuse for losing with, they say Melo should have won with. So Melo, like the team that they say, well, yeah, Dellavedova was second best player. That was literally Melo's entire Knicks career. And they say he didn't do enough.
His best team and his best chance was maybe two different spots. But like it was that team on Denver when he had J.R. Smith, Chauncey, and like I think Kenyon on that team. Yeah, like who was Nene on that team too?
No, like the one they got to the Western Conference Finals.
And they ran into the champion.
Right.
They won it that year, and they took them 6 or 7. Like they ran into dudes that
Denver
won.
was the only team that was going to beat the Lakers that year. That could beat the Lakers.
No,
right.
They lost because of bad coaching.
Oh. Yeah, the whole putting Kenyon Martin on Kobe thing was ridiculous.
No, forget that. No,
because Kobe was like, "Really?
No, all right, no."
Yeah, that was one bad move.
That was a real bad one because Kobe still dropped like 30 a game
and making Kenyon Martin take the ball out in crunch time.
That was the game. He took the ball out twice.
Kenyon, you make the decision. You make the decision on who to pass the ball into.
Whit Marcus can be on the team as a good passer from the big, as a big. Yeah, and King Mark can make free. I'm not saying that Melo's the greatest player. I'm just saying organizations with players win championships. And if you don't have one or the other, look at the Knicks. The Knicks have been way better since Melo's been gone, huh?
I don't like the Knicks. I don't know. I never expected the Knicks to be good.
No, but
honestly, don't make me fight you. Just don't make me fight you. I understand what you're saying, but you ain't gotta say all that.
They need to clean house.
No, clean ownership.
Yeah, clean house.
You can't do it.
Can't fire the owner.
Can't get rid of that dude. Now, if he goes up and calls us a bunch of niggers, then maybe then. But until he does that shit, he ain't gonna get fired. Not no time soon.
Melo's play style is not conducive for him to work with. It may have changed recently since he's up there with Dame and them, but his play style is not conducive.
He plays the same. He's a scorer. Like, what's his name? There's a clip of Jeff Van Gundy talking about it, and he took a shot. He was with the Knicks. He took a shot against like 3 people.
Yeah, I remember
Mike Breen was like, yo, like, see, you don't taking that shot. And then Van Gundy was like, nah, I disagree. And he was like, he's like, no, he's a killer. That's what he does. He just made that shot like 2 shots ago. And he said, who's on the floor? That question right there, who's on the floor, is his whole career. Who is he going to pass to? Tyson Chandler? Who he going to pass the rock to? You better take that shot 3 people on you because he's so good, he'll make it half the time. Better than throwing it to JR any of the time or Pablo Prigioni any of the time. Are you serious?
I remember that. I remember that sequence when Van Gundy said, because it was double, like Jared Jeffries' man left to go double.
Yeah, Jared Jeffries. I forgot how much of a killer Jared Jeffries was as a scorer.
And Van Gundy said, Melo has a better chance making a shot over 2 people than Jared Jeffries does by himself.
And that's true. You seen that man play?
No.
He's just big. He's just tall.
He said that about a pro. And not only a pro, the guy who beat Zach Randolph and Mr. Basketball for the state
of Indiana.
And
I'm just saying.
And on top of Reek's point, he passed it. He made the right play in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, in the playoffs. In the playoffs
against Boston, and passed it to a wide open Jared Jeffries. And you know what they said?
He should have shot
it.
All I'm saying is he gets the opposite criticism of LeBron, and he has had easily worse teams his entire
and he should have won
career.
Rookie of the Year.
Yeah, we talked about that before. Yes. Remember, we talked about, yes, exactly. He had better stats. He won Rookie of the Month every month.
Talk about a raw deal.
This is bullshit. I'm tired of this.
I mean,
I'm
that's
not
not
going hard for Melo for no reason. The
that?
man's good. Just stop. Give my man his roses today.
How about
I
this?
said he's good though.
Okay,
he's one of the greatest. He's the top 30 player of all time.
He's better than Reggie Miller.
He's not a top 30 player of all time.
I don't like Reggie.
He's better than Ray Allen too.
He better than Ray Allen.
Stop it.
Facts.
Ray got merch
better
at
than Ray
home.
Allen.
Ray got merch at home.
Ray
He wasn't
Allen.
the best player on the merch wins. He was a spot up shooter.
Ray got merch at home.
He was Steve Kerr.
Boston.
He was Steve Kerr. He was Steve Kerr.
Okay, I forgot the one with Boston, but that one with Miami.
With Seattle, with
What did he do with
Milwaukee.
Seattle?
What did he do with Seattle?
He was Seattle.
And did what?
They made some deep runs.
No, they didn't.
Deep to what?
You don't mean that.
Milwaukee was a deep run team.
And they could
Bad coaching by George Karl again.
Yeah.
George Karl is the worst. Like the
George,
worst quote-unquote good coach that's out there. Just one of the worst.
He's another one though. George Karl is another one of those guys though, that he gets all this credit when he literally has so much talent and still loses. And he loses because of his own arrogance.
Yeah. He makes some mistakes that make him lose. Absolutely.
He gave the ball to Big Dog Robinson when Big Dog Robinson was imploding.
Yeah,
if Ray Allen still shouldn't have touched that ball, imploding. Big Dog got a technical, ready to fight, and Ray Allen got 11 in a quarter, and you still want to give it to this dude. And then, like I keep saying, he gave it to Kenyon Martin with the game on the line twice. Back to back. He just turned the ball over, and then you're like, oh, I got something. Oh, we're going to do it again. He did the same thing.
Melo gets, like I said, no credit. George Karl's an awful coach. Stop hating on Melo. All right.
Yeah.
My hate is based on my philosophy of defensive players.
How do you like Ray Allen?
What's that?
Ray Allen defends people.
He defends people.
No.
No.
He stays near him. That's what's crazy. He's played less defense in his career than Melo has.
But look, I'm never saying Ray Allen's the best ever. He's just happened to be my favorite player.
But what's crazy is you say your bias or your critique is based on defense,
right?
But your favorite player plays no defense.
I'm not putting Ray Allen up there like that. He just happens to be my favorite player.
Who's up there then? Because I'll tell you this: Larry Bird didn't play no defense. Magic Johnson definitely didn't play no defense.
Magic was a Christmas tree.
Shaq, he played a little defense, but his defense was just him being such
I'm in the way.
You get Shaq in the pick and roll, he's definitely not leaving that paint.
He's not gonna run behind somebody.
Yeah, he's not hedging. He's not doing anything. So
I got my two lists. My two lists is these are the people I like, and these are the people that are considered the greats amongst everybody that I would.
I think your list is gonna be real controversial, G.
I'm not gonna sit here and say Mike's not the best.
Mike's definitely the best.
You know, you could be one of those people that might argue Wilt and all those guys, but I'm gonna put Mike there. I'm gonna put Kobe up there, and then I'm gonna go LeBron.
Before you get to Kareem.
That's what I'm gonna do.
Kareem, man, Kareem got 38,000.
I don't see how LeBron could be anyone's top 5. Personally, I don't see how
that's you don't see.
LeBron
you don't see how
anyone's
there's
top
no way
5.
Possible.
There's no way possible.
I can see how.
No, I'm sorry. No.
I can name because my five is Mike, Kareem, or Kareem, Mike. It's a toss up, whatever one you prefer. I prefer Mike because of his off the court stuff. As Reek knows and everybody else knows what he does. He goes to the steakhouse and asks for chicken wings. Like, I just love that type of ignorance. So Mike is one.
Telling Phil Jackson, I don't want to give the ball to Bill Cartwright when the shot clock is going down is why Mike is where he is.
It's just that way of thinking.
The system is stupid.
Yeah. That way of thinking is just he's going to be number one, right? Then Kareem, then Magic, because Magic is he's insanely good. I got Kobe because that's my era. Like I grew up loving basketball. Kobe's 4, and then 5 is definitely not Tim Duncan, but I give it to an old guy like a Wilt or somebody like that. But even though I would say Hakeem's my favorite center of all time, you get what I mean. So
you just named 5 and didn't name LeBron.
But even with my 5, I put LeBron over any of them over Wilt. I put LeBron over Wilt.
The fact that I even put Kobe in mind because I don't like Kobe at all as a player and a person.
Whoa,
damn! Why?
As a player,
I just don't like. I don't like his play style. I hate it.
But he played defense more than most of the people that you just named.
Kobe passed when he got mature. I mess with that Kobe. All right, okay. But young Kobe, I still got him above LeBron. So because you gotta see where my brain is working.
Kobe in where's Kobe at then?
I got him at 2.
Okay, Rico allow that one.
Yeah, I would.
But I don't. But just see where my brain is. I got him there, but I don't like his play style. I don't like him as a person. He changed. He evolved into a better person. But I can recognize he's good. I can recognize the greatness in him.
Yeah, everybody evolved, man.
But I just personally don't like his play style. I would hate to be on his team.
I mean, you would hate to be on Jordan's team too.
I would hate to be on Jordan's team. Yeah.
I mean, those two you probably hate them. You probably love to play with Magic. Because he Magic, but like them other two, you probably hate playing.
As long as he not bleeding, I'm good.
That's a technical, man. Goodness gracious. Goodness gracious.
Yo, watch those Carmelo elbows, baby.
That may be a flagrant, yo.
Yo,
That may be an ejection.
That's
As long as he not.
That's an ejection and a fine, kid. Oh my! Look, he left.
Yo,
Watch those elbows.
if we was actually popular, you would be on the news. Like you would be on the news right now.
I would say this though. That really is funny.
Oh shit.
But,
okay.
You know, like to get back to what you're saying, like I can see how LeBron is in the top 5 off of just sheer stats alone. Like he's going to have 10,000 rebounds, probably another 7,000. What do you got? 7,000 assists already, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like he's going to have 30,000 points. He got to be there off of just sheer. Because I always say greatness is consistency over a long period of time. He's been great 15 years. That's the longest run. That might be the longest run ever.
Yeah, the changes in the NBA, which I also don't like, just happen to benefit LeBron.
Yeah.
And
yes.
I mean, I can't. It's happening. These are going to be the stats. When people look back at the stats, when we're long and gone, they're not going to remember all the bulls that he went through. They're just going to look at the stats and they can be like, according to the stats, these number guys are going to say LeBron's a top 5.
Yeah,
they'll do that. A lot of them got him number 2 now. I actually got into a debate with some random guy on the internet because, you know, Kenny Smith made his list and LeBron's not in the top 10 of his list, or is that number 10, one of those. And
he said Kobe. Where do you have Kobe? He's always said Kobe wasn't in the top 10.
Kobe wasn't in the top 10. LeBron was like number 10. But, you know, I said that when you ask most of the players, like LeBron isn't ranked as high among players and coaches and basketball people as he is in the media.
Well, Melo's ranked higher too amongst the players, and I'll give Melo his credit for that.
Yeah, you know, and I think
but is he ranked higher as a great player? I think Melo's always ranked as in that specific. Who would you least prefer to guard? Like I don't never see people be like Melo's a greater player than LeBron. More like okay,
like the players.
Yeah. I never see him say that. Yeah, I never see him say that. But I was saying that, you know, players they're not going to put LeBron at like number 2. Like you rarely see that, you know, where coaches or anybody putting LeBron like number 2 greatest of all time. That's like a media thing. Like most of the players, they might have him in the top 5.
It depends
10.
what player though, because some of the young kids will be like LeBron. Like,
they're supposed to though.
The younger guys, yeah. But I'm talking about like the older guys.
And that's what they've seen. Just like
the older guys that didn't play before the rule changes and when it was easier. So like they take that stuff into account. Like LeBron, like look at the era. Like it's the reason why he's able to play so long because the game got softer.
Got softer. That's a fact.
So it's like it's not as physically imposing on him, you know, as it would have been if he was playing in the 90s or early 2000s or whatever when they really fouled people. But it's still, you know, basketball people are not going to rank him that high. Numbers guys, media guys are numbers guys. But my whole thing is with the numbers guys, if you're going to pull that argument, then Wilt should be number 1. Nobody has better stats than Wilt.
Yeah.
So it's like
and Kareem, actually. Those two.
That's why he never get. I don't understand why the Kareem has the stats and the wins. That's why I never understood why he's never talked about because he has most points and he won everywhere he was at. He won every level he won.
Yeah,
dominant.
But he's not liked by the media as much. He was never a media guy. He never liked them, especially he's a radical Black Power guy. He didn't like the white media, especially in Milwaukee.
How about this? I'm sorry for saying this, for cutting you off, but even people don't realize the only reason he doesn't have an Olympic medal is because he boycotted it.
Yeah.
He boycotted the Olympics.
It's stuff like that.
Everything.
Yes, it's stuff like that, and they never like. That's why they don't put him up there. But it's like if you're gonna put Wilt, LeBron got around the same amount of rings. Wilt has stats that nobody's gonna break. Nobody's gonna get 100 points. Nobody's gonna get average 50 and 25. Like nobody's gonna have 40 rebound games. Like it's you know he did those things right, and you know his stats are insane. He was a physical freak, kind of like LeBron was. So my thing is, if you're gonna use that argument, I don't know why they don't put Wilt up there. Like,
True.
so my thing is, like, they contradict themselves by, we're gonna put LeBron too, but then you don't see Wilt in their top 10 until like 9 or 10, when they pretty much have the same argument for why you're making them so great. And that's what, that's my thing about the media. That's why, I don't, people think I hate LeBron, but I don't hate LeBron. I think he gets a lot of push because he has a lot of media plants that push narratives for him.
Like I said the last thing.
Yeah, he gets more credit than he actually deserves. Like, the arguments, like, if you're going to make an argument, you can make an argument for LeBron. But if you're going to do it, you can't go away from go away from that when it comes to Wilt or somebody else that got ridiculous stats, like Oscar Robertson. Like,
who was in Kenny's top 10.
Right, but it's like he put up LeBron numbers, literally.
Oscar should be. I would have Oscar ahead of LeBron too.
But it's the thing, like, they won't do that. So it's just like it kind of is irritating when you see that, like, as a basketball person, they're just throwing this narrative like he's number 2, and it's like, based on what?
Question for you guys: Say if Westbrook had 3 rings, would he be better than LeBron?
Yes.
I put him up there. Yeah, I mean, triple double seasons in a row.
But you hear that goes against. That's the thing that the media is pushing, because I just watched something that says Bleacher Report. I just saw, so I don't know how true it is, but it says Bleacher Report ranked Russell Westbrook as the 23rd best player in the NBA.
Like,
he's
now?
a guy that gets a lot of.
It's on NBA Buzz on this thing I follow on Facebook, and it says, and it had Chris Middleton number 10 and Jason 10 number 11, and then it says thoughts. And then Westbrook.
Wait, what?
What?
What? Hold on.
He's a guy that gets a lot of hate too. He gets
What's their
of
ranking?
hate.
What's their ranking?
No, I don't. I want to just. This is all it says, but it's just a thing that pops up, and it says Bleacher Report ranked Russell Westbrook as 23rd best player in the NBA, and Russ did not like it. Then it said number 10, Chris Middleton, number 11, Jason Tatum, number 23, Russell Westbrook. Thoughts?
So there's 22 players in the NBA right now.
Might not be 22
Russell
players
Westbrook.
in the history.
But this is the thing. This is when they base everything off stats.
Yeah.
Even though they don't want it, like, they go whatever narrative they want, because nobody gets more stats than Westbrook. Mm-hmm. But you're going to talk about, well, you know what? I'm going to start using true shooting percentage, whatever the hell that is. Like, what is that? It's like, well, he takes bad shots. So what?
Terrible shots, by the way.
He does, but it's still like
triple double.
He does take bad shots.
He does, but it's still like now his numbers don't count.
Yeah,
his numbers count with when LeBron gets a triple dub, it count. When Westbrook gets he's padding stats.
Normal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He made triple doubles.
He's a victim of his own success. He did it so well, it was like, oh well, he's not special anymore. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, he's not going after rebounds. But when have you seen LeBron go after a rebound? I've never seen LeBron box out.
And you should go after rebounds. Like, that's the thing that you're supposed to do in the game of basketball.
Right.
You're supposed to let your center get the rebound. You're supposed to get the rebound, and so you could push the break. That's what magic is.
If you trust yourself the most with the ball, you're gonna go get the ball.
And on his team, there's no one else he should have been trusting with the ball.
Center. What else am I supposed to do?
Yeah, that's crazy.
And they don't realize, with the way the game is played now, with analytics and everybody shooting threes, it's easier for guys to get rebounds because long rebounds come to them.
Correct. Yeah. Correct. And with the inlet in it being more possessions as well, you want the ball with a guard. You want your guard rebounding because that leads to more possessions because you're gonna play up and down. It's a faster pace when the guard gets the ball because he's faster than the big. So, but this is what I'm saying. So Russell Westbrook, let's say hypothetically Houston won 3 back-to-back. You have to say he's the greatest because eventually he's going to have the same numbers LeBron have, right? Because he got the points.
If Russ wins consecutively, I would buy that argument.
No, that's what I'm saying. So you can't. That's why I was saying you can't always just go with the numbers. Analytics sometimes, just like me and Reek and Ba and everybody else here, it makes you try to ignore what you're seeing. Allen Iverson is terrible analytics wise. He's my favorite player ever. Analytic wise, you would look at Iverson
terrible
like
on paper analytics guy. Yes,
yeah,
but he is amazing.
How you feel about Allen Iverson?
He's amazing. The man
Yeah,
was
he-
six. Man was 6'4". He was
he's another guy.
5'10".
Yeah,
he's
he's my height.
I look at it like these are the guys I would hate to play with, and I would love to try to stop them. I wouldn't be able to, but these are the challenges that I would love. I would never want to play with them. You know what I mean? Coming from like a defensive mindset, I'm like, all right, yes, he is unstoppable offensively. I would enjoy making him score 25 instead of 30.
Yeah,
You know, so I'm looking at Allen as one of those guys. I wouldn't never want to play with him.
He probably makes you have to do a lot more work, especially if you a guard. Like you got to do a lot more work.
Yeah.
Like, yo, switch up. Come on.
You have to play with those guys. You have to not mind not scoring.
yeah.
You gotta be a no
pressure
attitude guy. Like just I don't need no pressure. I don't need no spotlight. Just I'll do the grind work. Like,
But supreme
the only thing
confidence
is
your ability too.
But the good thing is, if you are a player on that team, a lot of the pressure is off you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
because
the
those guys
off you.
Ain't nobody coming at Aaron McKee why they lost.
Aaron McKee's my boy.
and also like,
and what's about the Kemby? What you do right here? Like, nah, that's
right. And also, you get more open shots, or you can slide in and make more plays.
You find your niche.
Yeah,
right.
As to where like when you're playing with like a LeBron, there's pressure on you because he doesn't want to take the shot, so he's gonna pass it to you after he hasn't passed it to you all game. You ain't had no rhythm, even standing around.
You're an NBA player. You better get warm. You better carry heating pads in your pocket or something.
Nah, but
standing in the corner all game, watching him play.
We've all played. You need to feel like you're part of the game to have a rhythm.
Yeah, you need to be in rhythm.
If you just up in the game, then somebody like, yo, I just passed you the ball. I haven't touched the ball in 3 sequences. I'm not going to be ready to score or ready to shoot because I haven't touched the ball.
Not on LeBron's team. I said shoot and make it. If you don't make it, it's all your fault. If you make it, if you
George,
make it, it's because I gave you the ball. I get this credit.
He did get
LeBron James.
He believed, man. I can't help him believe in his
believed
team.
in you, and so that was my reason that we won. Okay.
You close it, George Hill. So what? I got 50.
That's insane.
Everybody's different, man. He's a different player.
So what? I've been making threes from almost half court today.
I hate when LeBron scores because LeBron don't got no moves. He just like bullies.
You see that little weak ass step back he hits? A little like
bully. I was thinking about it, Reek. I was like, man, when we teaching people how to play, don't nobody ever bring up no LeBron clips and be like, like this.
And that's the other thing. Like I told people, like you ain't never hear a kid say like, "Yo, I want to play like LeBron."
Yeah.
No, like because the thing is with LeBron, and that's another reason why basketball players don't rank him that high. The man literally has no moves.
None.
Like,
no moves.
It's annoying to watch people not be able to stop him.
Yeah, because he's just it's big. Like I can imagine people got upset with like Shaq. You know, a lot of people would say Shaq has no post moves like that, and he's just bigger than people. But he has post moves.
Yeah, he
post
did.
moves.
Drop step, jump hook, either hand, either side.
But it's like LeBron is like, okay, once he's just so big for his position. Once he get downhill, like it's hard to stop. Like he doesn't have any moves. That's why it's hard for him to close out games like he should, because when the refs ain't going to call fouls, you just trying to bulldoze your way to the basket, and you don't want to shoot free throws, so you're going to settle for a jump shot even though you can't really shoot. Like that's what ends up happening. That's why he passes the ball.
And what does LeBron? Gilbert Arenas say LeBron's 6'10".
I can. He's about 6'8", 6'9".
But just the fact that he's bigger than everybody at his position. He's the biggest dude on the floor at some point.
He's definitely the strongest, if nothing else. It's just a lot of just strength and just run past you. That's a lot of his game.
Yeah,
which is fine, but
I'll say he's the best athlete in NBA history athlete because he's the strongest and the biggest.
Well, no, because Kendrick
After
said
Wilt.
he wasn't. Kendrick said Wilt was.
Don't quote him.
But that's after LeBron told him to say that.
So then LeBron can't be because LeBron told Kendrick that actually Wilt was, or was it Russell? One or two
Bill
of them?
Russell.
Kendrick Perkins literally said, "I stand corrected because LeBron told me that."
LeBron told me that Russell's the best. So the best athlete in NBA history is Bill Russell. So.
LeBron told me that he's not the greatest athlete. He told me to say Bill Russell. So
Bill Russell.
I stand.
Bill
corrected.
Russell is a greater player than LeBron as well too.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he is not. No, he is. He averaged 19 points, man.
Put Bill Russell over him.
No, I'm not.
The hate is crazy.
I'm not. All right.
I wouldn't do that.
So you going with Captain America over Iron Man too, huh?
I mean, Captain America didn't
that's
beat
pretty
him.
close, Bill. Like they both have no powers.
No, Captain America got some power, but Captain America couldn't beat him though. He had to get his boy to help him.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like Captain America is a good leader, but he's not Iron Man.
I mean,
you're a Batman guy, Bill.
No, Batman has this cartoon by far. I'm definitely a Marvel guy, but Batman has the best cartoon.
You know what? I'm hating Bill Russell over LeBron. I am.
Yo, wait.
Yeah, I can't do it. If Bill Russell played today,
he averaged 15 and 22. That's fine, but he got like 1,000 titles. I don't care. Like he got 10 titles, and he coached the titles
back then.
That's all that matters.
Were they even keeping real stats back then?
No, it was like 8 teams.
He played in the same era of Wilt. So if you're gonna give credit for getting 30 rebounds, you gotta give credit for your boy Bill averaging 22 over that.
Wilt was putting up numbers in the 70s when they actually did have stats. Bill Russell, I don't know what Bill Russell was doing in the 70s.
Bill Russell played in the era where they used to smoke cigarettes on the way to the game.
And smoke at the game. Smoke at the game. They'd be smoking.
They used to smoke at the game.
Yeah.
According to Last Dance, Michael Jordan did too.
The arena used to smell like Turner's teacher lounge.
Wow, throwback.
I promise you, walk in there right now, it still smells like cigarette smoke. I promise you, it's not coming out.
My man Ziliox.
I'm still saying Bill Russell's over him.
No.
Okay, I can feel how y'all feel. I don't care.
Bill Russell's overrated.
I don't think you overrated when you guys mean titles that man has.
Casey Jones got 10.
You want to say he better than LeBron?
Come on. Robert Horry got 7.
Like, everybody on Bill Russell's team got at least 8.
Thank you. John Havlicek better than LeBron too, right? He got
him, Pistol Pete, everybody. Steve Kerr got more titles than him.
John Havlicek. The point guard named Bob Cousy.
Cousy's better than him.
Spider Sally.
Like, come on, you just going. No, I'm not. Because the thing is, like we keep saying, organizations and players, it got to be a good marriage between both. It can't just be one. Michael Jordan is not winning without Scottie in that GM. Like everybody talk about the GM breaking the dynasty up, but he also put it together.
No, he deserves both. He deserves the credit and the criticism because he should have kept it together.
But he put it together and he broke it apart. Like it's not.
That's fine.
But it's not one it's not just the players. It's not just the organization. It's literally both because the players got to play and the GM puts the pieces on the floor that he figures meshes well with the players. So it's just like with the coach and everything else. Good coaching helps win championships. It's not the only reason, but it's a big portion. So, that whole championship rings, like, especially when it's 8 teams. It's 8 teams. The Lakers were in Minneapolis when Bill Russell was winning.
Yeah, I don't care.
They were in Minneapolis, man.
Nah.
How about this? And how about this?
11-time champion, 5-time MVP, 12 All-Star wins. No, that doesn't matter. 3 times first MVP. No.
He won MVP over Wilton Oscar.
He better.
He won
MVP. And he coached 2 championships. He's better. I'm sorry. He won at some point, the sheer number of rings is like, yeah, no. Like, and not like, oh, he's not a Horry. He was like
essential part of the team. He wasn't just a guy that came off the bench and hit a shot.
He was but I think
the sheer number of wins. I'm sorry, it's like you got.
Bill Russell
has literally 13 rings, 2 as a coach, 11 as a player. At some point, you got to win this shit. At some point, you got to win. You play to win the game. What the motherfucker say? You play to win. LeBron ain't winning, so I'm sorry. I got to give it to him.
I don't take that away from him, but like they was giving him MVPs over Wilt when he was averaging 50 and 25.
I mean, he maybe shouldn't have all the MVPs. He got 5. Maybe he should have 3 or 4. That's fair. But he won the championship 11 times. I'm just saying.
All right. Okay. All right.
Even if it's debatable, it's not like it's like completely outlandish. He has 11 rings.
This is how I'm going to end your argument, right? So you have a chance of winning the lotto. 1 out of 12 tickets is going to be a winner, or 1 out of 30.
I understand ratios. I'm still saying he has 11 rings. I understand numbers, generally speaking. I'm not like a genius. He has 11 rings.
What?
Last time I checked, that's more than 3 times the amount of LeBron's rings. Just it could be 17, it could be 14, it could be 1 team. Motherfucker has 3 times the amount of rings. At some point, that shit matters. That's all I'm saying. At some point, it matters. That's all I'm saying.
He got 5 more than Kareem. Is he better than Kareem and Mike? He got 5 more than both of them as a player.
Like I said, I didn't compare him to him. I said he better than LeBron.
I'm curious what your comparison is to those guys.
I don't think he's better than them. No, I mean. I think the individual accolades is a little bit higher.
He got more.
But rings isn't the only thing. But like they have 5. LeBron still has what, 3 or 2, 3?
3
rings.
He got
5.
Bill Russell might have, if he played now, he might have been Nerlens Noel with a motor.
And if he was Nerlens Noel, he wouldn't be better.
Bradley.
He wouldn't even be DeAndre Jordan.
He a bum.
Huh?
He's a bum though. Like Jordan is like, no, like I don't know.
No, Bill Russell wouldn't be DeAndre Jordan.
He'd be better than DeAndre.
Bill Russell's 6'9", man.
He'd be better than DeAndre Jordan. No, he was really the 7 foot. You know how old people shrink? He was like 3 inches taller back in the day. Old people shrink. I'm not linking that shit up.
They
body and spine shrink.
But 3 inches?
But look at when he was on stage with them other boys. He was almost the same height as all of them. They all was 7 foot something.
All of them 6'9". Anybody 6'9". 6'9" is 3 inches.
He wasn't 6'9" though. What was he originally?
I think he was like 6'9".
He's 6'10". He was 6'10". Man. So he's 6'10". Yeah. I don't understand. Like, what do you want me to say? Like, I stand what I said.
Reek, tell him your grandfather argument about why they was able to get so many rebounds.
Because nobody could shoot.
Exactly.
I mean, that's fair. I mean, you still gotta go get the rebound, though. I mean, shit.
To get 25 rebounds, it has to be.
They would shoot underhand.
Somebody gotta get. Somebody gotta get this shit though. I understand what y'all mad for. Somebody had to do it. He did. Everybody didn't average 22 rebounds. He did.
We'll average 25.
Everybody didn't do it. That's what I'm saying. If everybody can do it, everybody will have Wilt numbers. They don't, right? Everybody don't have Wilt numbers. Everybody don't have Bill Russell numbers.
So what I'm saying is, if 2 people can average that many rebounds in the same season, something is up.
They just really better than everybody else. Clearly, I understand. No one else did it. I mean, if everybody averaged 15, then they got 20. Okay. But are you showing me that? No, you're just saying, well, these 2 greats of all time did some great shit.
Okay.
Well,
Dennis Rodman, the greatest rebounder we've seen.
I give you that.
So my favorite rebounders, right? You got Dennis Rodman, Dwight Howard, and then
Ben Wallace.
Yeah.
For a stretch. You wouldn't think Ben Wallace?
Yeah, he won, but he did.
For a stretch. He wasn't like the longevity of like them other guys.
Yeah, but those 2, right? Like that I actually seen. Those are like, and then even Kevin Love at one point, right? Those dudes was putting up 15, 17 rebounds a night. Bill Russell can't do what they were doing.
I think in terms of athleticism and then maybe the athleticism of those around them, they did it in a tough. If you put Rodman in that era, he's probably doing the same thing.
Does Rodman have 30 rebounds in that era?
I mean, yeah, that's fair. I mean, but Rodman's again another Hall of Fame player that was a great rebounder and defender. Like, I'm not denying that.
So that's what Bill Russell is, with a little more offensive ability. He's Dennis Rodman, and there's no way Dennis Rodman is better than LeBron James. A souped up Dennis Rodman.
Mike, relax. Mike, relax. Don't even do it. Don't even do it. Don't even do it.
I don't know, man.
Okay, so okay. In regards to is he better than LeBron? I don't want to get in all that. I don't think it's really too controversial of a take, but I'm just saying, like, LeBron not in my top 5. I'm gonna just leave it there.
Is he in your top 10? Is he in your top 10?
Maybe.
My man gonna pull God Bless the Dead, West Unseld out of. Like,
if I look at my top 10, like I said, Russell's over him. I don't care what y'all say. Bill Russell's over him. Kareem's over him. Shaq's over him. Kobe's over him.
Shaq's not over LeBron.
I mean, that's how you feel.
Nah, Shaq, no.
And then after that, I would say obviously Kobe, obviously Jordan. That's 5. Oscar, that's 6. So now it's getting to, like, maybe you throw him in there.
Tim Duncan too, huh?
Hakeem potentially over him. I don't know.
Larry Bird
potentially over him. I think LeBron would be a top 10. I think he'd be in the tail end of the top 10, but he's not in my top 5 for sure. I still think Russell's over him. Fuck what y'all think.
You forgot Rodman.
Yeah, Rodman. Chill, Rodman. Like,
The worm.
Rodman, Scotty. If you put Rodman, you gotta put Scotty. Yeah, he's at the tail end if he's there at all. Maybe like top 15, top 20. Potentially. He'll be in the top 20 for sure. Top 10 is shaky.
Come on, man.
Okay. In reality, he's not in my top 5. I guess I gotta put him in top 10, but, like, he definitely not top 5. And it's not even, to me, it's not even close. Oh, Magic, like, come on, like, it's not even close. a lot of it based on the whole stats thing is the fact that he didn't play 3 or 4 years of college. So I don't give a fuck about him being the points leader. I don't give a fuck about him having the stats, because if he didn't play 3 or 4 years, if they play out of school like he did, it's not even close. And then if Jordan don't take off 2 years, it's not even close. So no. And then, like, again, the error. You're talking about errors, like, whereas the Sixers may have been easier. Anybody playing 9s don't get a boost because it was harder.
How about this?
Play in the dog shit East for how long?
All right. How about this?
He's not top 5 at all.
How about
not
this?
For me.
Jordan, if Jordan wasn't Jordan, he would have been out the league.
What do you mean?
If Jordan wasn't Jordan, he would have been out the league.
For what?
Gambling.
I mean,
we know.
I mean, it is said that he got really suspended and he was
Jordan.
Yeah.
If Jordan wasn't Jordan,
that was a controversy, and that's fair. But it still leads me to the
numbers.
I put it to you this way: if Jordan wasn't Jordan, he wouldn't have cared.
That's true too.
Maybe
They wouldn't have given a damn. Like if
Benjamin?
Yeah, Benoit Benjamin or if damn Theo Pinson decided to go gamble on some decided to go gamble on a couple golf games. Think Adam Silver's knocking on his door?
I'll say this. You know too much basketball bringing up that guy.
Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. Hope it was entertaining. A lot more videos to come. Please obviously like, comment, subscribe, and look out for the next one.